Welcome back to another video, and we are back at TT Tech, and we have Wayne here.
Morning all.
Go on, say good morning, Wayne.
Morning. Here I am taking advantage of Chris's knowledge and workspace, so yeah, should be an interesting day.
Yeah, so Wayne's got his Mark 1 here. You might have seen it on his channel, put a link in the description to his channel anyway, so you can find him. It's got a boot full of bits, so we're going to tackle a few jobs on it and see what happens on the way. So I'm sure we've got a few plans of what to do today. Rear springs, rear calipers, all sorts of bits. So we'll pick and choose as we go what we're going to do. And yeah, it's just sort of like a vloggy sort of video, and hopefully find it entertaining. And that's about it. So let's get up in the air. So we've got the Mark 1 all up in the air. So now we're going to crack on and start doing some jobs on it. I had to put a couple of bits of wood on as well. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. They're just down there, just to pack it up, because there's a lot of bits that hang down, like the skirts hang down lower and all sorts of things like that. So obviously we didn't make any damage, so sorted. So Wayne's got some wood. So Wayne's wood is now in place.
It is in wood. That's very good.
So let's get the wheels off and crack on.
So these, I had to tape them up, because when I had that done, the normal tool doesn't work, so I don't wreck them. Some good old tape.
Wait, if it works.
That's it, mate.
Get in the bodge if it works, Wayne.
No, this is it, mate.
Wicked. So I'm going to be changing these springs. The compressors are having a little bit of an issue getting in there, so we're just going to drop all this. But luckily we're doing this because Wayne spotted it straight away that one of his arms is actually bent. So if you look at this arm here, you can see it's got quite a severe sort of curve here, but luckily I had one in stock, so we're going to whack that one on. Just cleaning these off because he needs this for his headlamp sensors. So get that off, undo that, then while that's off we can put the spring in up here, then that'll be that side pretty much done. There we go.
How does that separate? Oh, like that. Okay.
There you go. Done.
Really good.
I've even got a spare one of these if it went wrong. And what we do is when we put this back on, we measure, see the markings it's left, so we get it in the same place. Otherwise, it might put your headlamp aims out of thing.
So just spraying a bit of WD-40 on the nuts that we'll be undoing to remove the lower arm, and getting a trolley jack underneath to take the load off.
Knew it. Fucking knew it. 18. So I'll be 18 on that side as well, probably.
So it's 18 spanner, I'll go grab it.
Yeah, 18 spanner. I need the reducer. There should be a... Oh, there it is. Wicked. So we're just undoing this now so we can get this arm off the bottom bit, and then we'll tackle the top bit. And happy days. I've got two in there, I've got two of everything. Yeah, I know, that's why I say I can't wait to get it all sorted out, because then it'll be nice and organised. Yeah, oh, that's all it needs, a little bit of love.
That's a bad boy.
So the upper bolt was a little bit too tight to get the gun in, so we had to use the ratchet.
So with the back all sorted, got some new springs in there and some new seats, you see them there. And on this side obviously we replaced that arm with one that ain't bent. Obviously new spring in there as well. So what we're doing now is we are changing the bevel box fluid. People call it the front diff as well. And then it's called the bevel box as well. So it's pretty much like a Mark II to do that. And what I've seen so far, so it's the same plug as you do in a Mark II, that little one there. The only difference on these, it's a 10mm hex. So obviously, as far as we know, this has never been done because people just seem to overlook things like this. So we're going to undo this. Takes about 800mm. Well, supposed to anyway. So let's undo that and see how much we get out of it.
You should always remove the fill plug before the drain plug because you want to be able to fill it up.
Try and move that out of the way because we're going to try and catch it all in here so we can see what comes out. I think that's a...
So here is an image of the bevel box. As you can see, A is the drain, which is the 10mm, and then B up there, which is hard to get on camera, is your fill plug, which is the 5mm. As you can see, it's right by the drive shaft. So I thought this image will make it a little bit clearer to where they are.
800mm.
It's not that dark.
It's supposed to be clear. It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good idea that we're changing it. So as you can see, it's never seen the light. So we'll let that drain out, get the pump ready, change some washers over because unfortunately some parts didn't come, so we're just going to redo the washers with some new copper washers, which they have anyway, and then we'll be happy days. Right, so this plug is actually 60 newton-meters. So I'm going to get the torque wrench on here.
I was just thinking it might be worth having a little bit of a...
Oh, there you are. Fuck. That was like nothing. Right, I don't even know if I've got it on 60 fucking newton-meters. I've got it on 40. I think it will take 60.
Okay. Well, I was going to say it might be worth having a little sample of the fresh oil, put it side by side with the dead oil.
I don't really want to wait. Well, if we get any overspill.
Yeah.
Right, so 60 newton-meters on that plug there. Ah, there you are, 60 newton-meters.
Every day's a school day.
Everything's done. Right, so now we need to fill it. So to fill it, we need a filler. This is the fluid we're putting in. 7590 GL5. So let's bang that in. This is the pump I use. Nice and simple, very cheap. In the bottle, in the thing. Pumper. Let's get that in. Do you want to get me that new plug on the extension? Because when it starts flowing out, I will want to cap that in before we lose too much. Right, so with that all in there, I know you can't really see it, it is a bit of a shabby thing to watch, but we'll basically pump this now. There it comes. Until it starts trickling out.
So we're pumping the fluid in until it trickles out. It's usually about 800 millilitres.
Yep, it's trickling out. There we go. Quick. Voila. Yeah, where's that? There you go. We'll wait for that to start proper trickling, slowing down. There we go. Alright, let's bang that in. We are in, Wayne. We are in. Alright, so we've got to do that at 15s. So I'll get my other torque wrench out for that. This small one. Actually, I'm going to get adapter on the end of that, actually. Get the fucking adapter on the end of it.
So we torque the fill plug to 15 newton meters.
There you go. 15s. So that's all filled up now. So that's Wayne's done. Bell box all done. So it's cleaned up and happy days. So let me just show you the colour difference of why you should do this. And I have said before in videos that you should do this and no one ever does. There you go. That's what's come out. That's what's gone in. That's the new stuff, see? Like a yellow sort of tinge. That is black. No one ever does that. So just do it. I mean, how much is that? Tenner? 10, 15 quid for one of those?
£9.70.
Yeah, £9.70. And a couple of washers or a couple of bolts, whatever you decide to do. So just do it. All right, let's just drain the engine all out of this now and do that while we're here.
I didn't film the full process of doing an oil filter change on the 3.2, as this video is more about changing the fluids in the front bevel box and the rear diff. So let's get back on with it.
So I'm just doing the rear diff. So it's just a fill plug up there, which is a 17mm hex. Obviously undo the fill first before you undo this. I've managed to get this. Nothing's come out the top, so obviously is low on fluid, so pretty glad we're doing this. So let's see what the colour of this stuff actually comes out at. Not too shabby. Yeah, so there's your bottom of your magnet there.
Yeah, yeah.
So as you can see, the colour ain't that bad, which is probably what you would expect, because obviously with the Haldex system and stuff, it's pretty much just using the front. The rear doesn't really use much. Yeah. So when I've done the diffs on the Mark II, it's pretty much the same scenario. Front comes out pretty black and the back ain't too bad. So
yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That's all drained out near enough. So wait for that to finish, and then we'll put a new plug on the bottom and then fill it up. So we've got the plug back in. Did have a new one, but it just did not feel right going in. So I've just torqued that one back in. So just going well, torqued it back to spec. So we're just filling it back up now. Same sort of thing as the other one, the front one. Just keep pumping until it starts spilling. So let's get pumping. Yeah, she's full. She's full. There we go. Where's the fill plug?
Rear diff takes about a litre, 1.1, around about that. So make sure you've got enough fluid. And I couldn't fit a torque wrench in there, so I just had to use common sense and just not over tighten it and not under tighten it. But it is 25 newton meters.
I mean, to be fair, I can't get a torque wrench in anyway, so I was going to use common sense. There you go. Can you get us the brake cleaner, mate?
Yeah.
Just want to give it a little clean up. That's your rear diff done as well. So I'm just editing this video now, and a big thanks to Wayne for bringing this 3.2 Mark 1 to the workshop, where we've done the front and rear diffs and some other bits. So I hope you found that useful. There will be another workshop video coming out soon. I'm just waiting for some bits to turn up, so then I can get cracking with that. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.